Hey guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Mowers. Good afternoon. So far, what a great day. I went with my friend to Field and Stream, got myself a good supply of ammo, which is very unusual to get a resupply of ammunition for my other hobby, you know, going to the gun range. Anyway, got a couple of bites on mowers today, and hopefully I'll be able to sell that $200 one that I listed locally here. It's that 22-inch Craftsman, the big long one, the big high wheel in the back, the bagger, quantum engine, front self-propelled. That's the one that was hydrolocked with oil that I picked off the street locally here in the neighborhood, thanks to a tip from Andy the Brit. So it's about time he paid me back for all the things that I've done for him, you know what I mean? Everything comes around full circle. So if I sell that mower later for $200, that would pay for most of the all of the ammo and some extra. So that would be a good day. In the meantime, my lawn is getting out of control. I mean, it's so high. Not so much in the front, but in the back it's like this high. So I can't wait anymore. I know that I just seeded my lawn and I could still see some of the seed. The seed is the Scott's Turf Builder seed, where it has fertilizer that coats each seed, and it hasn't really dissolved yet into the ground, so it's still there. So I'm not gonna bag it, of course. I don't bag anyway. I'm gonna mulch. So it's gonna cut the lawn, and hopefully the clippings will go on top of it. But because the grass is so long, I actually have to raise the height to the highest level and then probably mow it twice to get it to a decent cut, you know. But if you had it at a regular height and you went over that long grass, it'll get clogged and you'll have clumps and clumps of clippings on your lawn, which is no good. So I'm going to take a ½ an inch each time, you know, so I might be mowing this all day. In the meantime, this is a just a mulching mower, which is perfect for what I want to do today. I don't want to fire up my Toro 616 zero turn yet because that thing's too heavy. And we've had quite a lot of rain, so the ground is very soggy. So I don't want to compact the ground too much with that heavy zero turn riding mower. So we're gonna just walk it today, and this is a push, so I'm gonna get my exercise in for a change. It's been sitting in my shed all winter long. I have no idea if it works or not. It doesn't have any gas in it. Oil is good. I'm gonna put some gas in it right now. Okay, I just filled up the tank. I'm hoping to use it a lot, so I filled it up. Let's see if it starts. Haven't done a thing to it. I think the carburetor might be dirty. Sometimes you do that. Something moves in there. If there's debris, it moves, so it clears, you know, sometimes. Obviously not this time. Looks like it's dripping some gas. So something's sticking. The needle's probably stuck. So it's sputtering. What can I do? I gotta take this apart, you know? So with these, this is the 550Ex, which is the auto choke. It's 2 5/16ths, I'm sorry. Yeah, 2 5/16ths, and you ready for this? The inner ones that hold the carburetor, 9/32. What an obscure size. And of course they can't use the same size. You got to do 5/16ths for these two and 9/32 for those two. Why? Why would you do that? To make you buy more drill bits? Huh? Or so that it prevents regular people from working on it. This is the backing of the air filter base. And the carburetor is pretty easy to take off. Just take that off, and it's pretty flooded over here because like I said, I filled it up with a lot of gas, you know. So I have to disconnect the fuel over here. Maybe it's not that. Very good. Oh, wait a minute. I think I'm missing a choke flap. Why would I be missing a choke flap? So the carburetor's pretty clean. Just put everything back again. I think that it's missing the choke flap, which is the reason why, because I mean, look, this is an auto choke, which means that this is like that. And then when the muffler heats up, thermostat pushes this rod over here, pushes it that way, and it opens it up. Not that much, but it opens it up. Opens it up to right there, so that's wide open. But when it's cold, the spring holds it closed, so there should be a flap there to help it start. Because it's summertime, it still started, but it sputtered because it wasn't warm yet, you know? It was at full open, which will sputter. But had I put my hand here to mimic a choke, it would have ran fine until the muffler heated up and opened it up on its own. See what I mean? So I think I'm missing the flap there. And this is the only carburetor I have. I don't have another one of these carburetors, you know what I mean? Because I used it on that edger, and that edger was a primer one, so it didn't come with the choke flap anyway. So I need to fabricate a choke flap. Isn't that crazy? I mean, I have a bunch of choke flaps, but I have to make one. So I took my AutoZone customer rewards card on my keychain and I cut it so that it fit. I had to double it up because you wanted to make it stiff, you know, it wasn't thick enough, so it was sliding and moving around. So I doubled it up, and now it's nice and solid there. Cut it to shape, and this should work. So it's closed when it's not, when the engine's cold, right? And then when it heats up, the bar pushes this lever. As it heats up, it opens up the flap. So I think that's my problem, is that it was missing the choke flap. So I'm going to put this all together again, reinstall it, and see if we get this started and running good. Okay, so I put everything back. It's got a choke flap now. It's cold. Let's see if it works. That's no good. throttle is at the most throttle. I'll pull it back and it wants to stop, see? So now I'm thinking, there's too much gas going on. Maybe it's the valves, because this is an overhead valve. Let's take it off and see. The valve cover bolts are teeny tiny. Somebody still put this on there. Cut the valve. Feels pretty good. It's got a lot of silicone all over the spring. I don't know if that seems straight to me. Got a clamp on the handle and I'm moving the blade. Spark plug boot is disconnected, trying to find top dead center on the compression stroke. That's the exhaust stroke, because it's tight. Right there is top dead center on the compression stroke. And it's kind of loose. Not terrible though, but kind of loose. I don't know what the specs are, but pretty sure it's 4 and 6. Didn't touch it. It's perfectly 6 on the exhaust, and it's perfectly 4. So it's not the valves. The only thing I could think of now is keyway. Maybe the keyway is slightly sheared. That would cause this. Other than that, I really don't know. We'll put this back and we'll see what happens. It's perfect. So no matter what I do, just won't throttle up more than that. A lot of gas coming out of here, and also look at this. A lot of oil's blowing out of here, the vent. So it could be a gasket, head gasket. So we've added the choke flap on there. I don't see anything wrong with it now that I added it. You know what I mean? When it was running for a bit, albeit badly, the muffler heated up the thermostat, pushed the rod to open up the flap while it's hot. That's normal. When it's cold, it cools down and the flap closes as it should. Governor I checked with the spring. We got while it was running, I tried to put it to maximum. It was already, pulled it back, it wanted to stall. So that's not it. We checked the keyway. Fortunately, it's very easy to do it. 3 bolts, the whole cover comes off. You have access to the crankshaft bolt right there. It's very easy to work on these machines. Added gas, albeit I did fill up the gas, but I don't think that's the problem, right? I don't think it's the carburetor problem, right? It's not the sheared keyway like we checked. We did the valves, that's not it. So I can't think of anything else other than either a blown head gasket, which I don't see any signs of it because of the sound, right? Nor is there any oil leaking from any seams there. It doesn't mean anything. It could be that area there where it's causing blowback, which is why there's oil going out the breather. But there's another reason why oil comes out the breather. It's overfilled with oil. That could be it. If it's overfilled with oil, that could happen too. And it is overfilled, but not by a whole lot. By maybe 5 ounces. So I'm gonna dump out 5 ounces to get it right to the line. We'll see if it runs better. Let's just dump out a little bit of the oil. Let's see if this is the reason for why it runs like crap. Ooh. I know it looks yucky, guys, but it is pretty clean. It always looks like that anyway, after you run it for a bit. And it does not smell like gas. So, let's check the levels. Well, now I don't detect any oil, and I didn't dump out that much, you know? But perhaps this dipstick might not be the right dipstick? And it's making me fill it up too much because the dipstick is too short. Because I barely tilted this and all the oil came out, you know? Let's try. It won't even start. So just sold that the $200 one. That's the mower that I got the tip from Andy the Brit. Just got it a couple of days ago, you know what I mean? The big long one, 22 wide, the big rear wheel on it. I don't remember what I did with it. I think I did an oil change on it and maybe greased the handle or something. Oh, that was the one that was hydrolocked with oil, right? And so yeah, I just sold that for 200 bucks. Oh, I usually show you my money, don't I? 200 bucks, didn't even bargain because the guy went to look at 3 or 4 different mowers around his area, and he says all those guys were flakes, and one of them, he was pulling it for 10 times and didn't start, so he's like, forget about it. And I said, hey, you gotta look at the feedback, man. I've got like 166 feedback on my offer up, let go, all 5 stars. So, you know, you got to look at that, and you know that you have successfully done hundreds of transactions, right? And with a positive experience. So your chances of being flaked on or something goes wrong, whatever, is low. So he was more than happy to get it because he's been running around like a nut trying to find a lawnmower. And fortunately, he ran into me. And that's a good mower, man. Otherwise, I wouldn't put it for $200. It's a good mower, you know? So I'm just going to sit here for a while because I have an appointment with another guy, the Craftsman that I just fixed. The one with the bagger, the one that I did a lot of work to. The recoil starter, the pull rope, greased the wheels, and I forget the one I added a bag to, and you know, that one. So I listed that for $135. A guy reached out to me on OfferUp and said 100, and I says, no man, if it was 100 I would list it for 100. It's 135. Either you want it or you don't want it. And so he's like, it looks pretty good. Of course it does. I take great pictures on my lawn. So 135 is what we agreed on. I guess if he's gonna drive away without buying it, I'll say okay, 100. You know, you got to make the sale. Better than not make a sale, but you hold on to your number until it appears that he's not gonna do it. You know, as he's driving away, you beep your horn. Wait, okay, 100, because you gotta get the sale. I don't care if it's 100 or 80, whatever. To have cash in your pocket instead of the mower, you gotta get the cash. You know what I mean? And today I just went with my friend to Field and Stream and got ammo. So selling some mowers makes up for it. It's awesome. So we'll wait for this guy to come and see if he buys the second mower today. Still gotta mow the lawn. Let's try this one. Hello. Well, I gotta figure it out, don't I? Can't just leave it there without starting. I remember I cleaned this carb, and there seems to be some debris in there already, but not enough to cause that much that kind of non-start. You know what I mean? Looks like there's some water in there too. Okay, maybe I can mow my lawn now, huh? I don't know. Seems like it's one of those head scratcher engines now. This thing ran great last year. I have no idea what's wrong with it. I did a lot of stuff to it. I don't know what's wrong with it. Let's put you guys to work, huh? What else do you think it is? Why is it doing this? It ran great last year. I didn't do a thing to it other than, I mean, could it still be a carburetor problem? I doubt it, because I just sprayed some go-go juice in there and still, same thing. Let me know what you think. Is it that choke thing that I made, or, you know? Head scratcher, man. Hey, I don't always get them going, you know what I mean? I do fail sometimes, but this is a head scratcher. First time for this type of engine. Usually I have good luck with it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, all right? Appreciate it. See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
Hey, if you guys enjoyed the video, remember to give me a like. Also, comment below. Subscribe. Remember, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. It's free, right? Also, hit that little bell. That way you'll get post notifications whenever there's a new video and you won't miss out on any of them. Remember to follow my Instagram and Facebook, as well as if you'd like to donate $1 or $2, paypal.me/mowersandblowers. Really appreciate all the support. Also, to keep the videos coming every day, support the channel. Bye.